I want to talk a little bit about, mentorship and, maybe diving into a little bit more of what your parents shared with you. What's some advice that they gave you as mentors that you see yourself not only as incorporating into your business, but also as a father?
Yeah, man. So great point. Like both my parents, or my father was an immigrant, came over here 3 times. The fourth time was a charm. He met my mom. Boom, he's here. Or he was here. He passed away in 2019.
Mm,
But my mother and father were not there much when I grew up. So my grandmother actually raised me. But what I did see was hard work and just they worked 2 jobs. They worked 3 jobs. They just got through it. My mom worked in a man's world, right, in manufacturing at the time. My father had a $15 an hour job. So I didn't know entrepreneurship until I just built it myself with them, with my
yeah.
family, right? They were there alongside. But the one thing I'll say my dad taught me that to this day I now share with other cleaning business owners because, I mentor the software that we built, the community we built is to actually give back and mentor the cleaning industry, the small business owner. He always just said, just be kind, be positive, and just be good, right? Like
Yeah.
those 3 things every day, you can control that. You can't control the market. You can't control the labor economy. You can't
Yeah.
control supply costs. Everything I talk about is cleaning, John, because that's the world I live in. But
Yeah.
like he just because he was there, he's my first employee. He was I felt great to be able to pay him the most he had ever made in the US as an employee.
It's
But I
great.
feel sad because that was only $26 and 50 cents an hour, right? Like that's just it wouldn't be fair to the other janitorial technicians if I paid him so much more than them.
Yeah.
He's my dad. But it was just humbling to know like this is a guy that thinks he never gave me anything. My mom too. They're like, dude, we, we didn't take you to camps or we didn't take you to any activities because we worked and we're not the smartest. We don't have money. A lot of parents think they don't give a lot, but what they do give is love and at least just
Yeah.
being there. So that's what I try to give my kids as a father and give to my employees and my team. Like they love and hate me for my positivity, but hey,
I think it's
that's what
great.
I do.
I think it's great. Yeah, it's what people teach us by just us being observers, like you're talking
Mm.
about with your parents, hard work to provide, and now you're in a position where you can do that for your dad. And you don't need to answer. I don't need to know the answer to this question, but how do you now raise your kids where they see the hard work, but it sounds like from our quick discussion, before we went on air, it sounds like you're probably spending more time with them than maybe your parents did with you. And so, you know, there's positives, there's so many positives to that, but then they miss out on some of the lessons you learned. So how do you infuse those lessons?
Oh, dude, I got goosebumps because you said that. Because that last part, how do you teach them though what it is to not be there for them? Because I think that's very important to show them, like, hey, I have to sacrifice this time with you to go do what I have to do for us
Right.
as a family, right? My wife's my partner in the business. We're lucky enough that she could stay home and raise the kids now. But
Yeah.
she was right there mopping toilets, mopping floors with me, cleaning toilets. So she knows the grind. Um, but I just talked to them, John. I actually, I just had the pleasure of having my 6-year-old son on my podcast last month. And my podcast is called Cleaning and Cocktails. So
Yeah.
I drink on the show. So I was like, all right, hold on. What are people going to think? I got my 6-year-old. I
Yeah.
can't have a cocktail. We made kitty cocktails on the
Yeah.
show. We both made a kitty cocktail, but I talked about business and I talked to him about, hey, when I'm here, you see the things that I'm doing and dad works a lot, but just always, I just talked through it with him. I talked to him like he's an adult, but he'll
Yeah.
quickly bring me down to like, he gets sad. He's not happy when I leave for a week on a business trip or I can't get there to basketball in the afternoon because now he's in basketball. But I'm honest with him, man. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I can't be here because daddy has to go work. You'll know when you grow up that at least I'm telling you, right? I didn't get the
Yeah.
chance for anybody to tell me. My dad just went, right? Like he worked
Yeah.
2 jobs,
Right.
one
Right.
morning to the afternoon and I was sleeping. So
Right.
I think just talking to them, like, man,
Yeah.
I am shocked every day how much those kids absorb.
Yeah. They
And
absorb a
listen,
lot. And
they listen.
yeah. Yeah, I'm a big fan of over communicating. It seemed like our parents' generation didn't communicate as much as we communicate with our kids. So
Mm-mm.
no, I love that. I love that.